a brief breathing exercise just to get us grounded and connected. And then I will introduce myself, and then I will tell you the agenda for the day, and then we'll dive in with plenty of time for question and answer at the end. I also have an announcement for a new 4-week class that I can't wait to share with you coming up at the end. And then for some of you, it might be your first guided hypnosis, but we're going to do a beautiful guided hypnosis journey to the essence or the consciousness of your purpose. And so I'm really excited to guide you to that. So let's begin by closing our eyes if that feels comfortable to you. And just noticing your breath. Where is your breath? Are you breathing from your lungs? Are you breathing from your clavicle? Are you breathing from your throat? Are you breathing deeply from your belly? Just notice. And as you're noticing, allow yourself to feel gratitude for showing up today, for taking the time and contributing to the group energy. I am grateful you are here. And so whatever you had to do to be here this morning or afternoon or evening for you, just express gratitude to you. And now I want you to imagine that the beautiful core of Mother Earth is opening herself to you, and you are grounding yourself into her body. So if you would like, feel, sense, or know that beautiful tree roots are going from the bottom of your feet or the bottom of the chair, wherever you are, all the way down to the center of Mother Earth. I want all of your soul, essence, and energy to be embodied for the next 90 minutes or so. So really set the intention that you are going to remain present for this class. Good. And now as you continue to breathe deeper on your next exhale, I want you to do with an open mouth. So deep belly inhale and an exhale. When we make the exhale longer than the inhale, we allow our nervous system to relax. Good. And as you continue to do that, let me read our invocation so we can create the sacred space and container for today's master class. Claim your cosmic purpose. In the name of the I am that I am, we humbly invoke the presence of the beings of light, the great central sun, the ascended masters, the angels, and the entire angelic realm. We ask for the presence of the ancestors of this land. We ask for the presence of our own ancestors. We ask for the dolphins and the whales to join us, and all beings of the light, of 100% of the light, known or unknown to us, who may be available to assist us. So we may each remember who we really are. We ask for a direct connect between each one present and his or her higher self, so the cosmic purpose is illuminated as brightly as possible. We ask for a direct connect between my higher self and the higher selves of each one present, so that I may serve you perfectly. We call in the 4 directions, the north, the south, the east, and the west. And we call in the 5 elements of alchemy: the earth, the air, the fire, the water, and ether. If you have any intention for yourself, please state it to yourself silently now. And we humbly give thanks for the presence of being here. And I ask for the most benevolent outcome for all. And before you open your eyes, I want you to imagine that your heart is beaming open like a beautiful flower, like your heart is smiling at you. And as you open your eyes, I want you to look at all of the beautiful members of this call from all over the world and beam love at each other, to remind each other that we are connected. Beautiful. Welcome. Namaste. My name is Priya, and I am honored and humbled to be here with you for a class that for me is hopefully going to be illuminating and expanding for you. You might have to forgive me. I have a little bit of a cold, so if I sound a little weird, it's just give me a moment. I'm also joining you all from southern Mexico, Oaxaca City, Mexico. And if the Wi-Fi goes off, we'll just come back on, but I'm hoping it will not happen. For those of you that are new to the masterclass series, I want to give you a warm welcome. And for those of you that are repeat students, welcome back. If you are not familiar with who I am, let me introduce myself. My name is Priya Laki, and I am the founder of Awaken Ananda. And Ananda in Sanskrit means the field of ultimate potential and bliss. For those of you who are unfamiliar with my story, I'll just take a couple of minutes to share it with you so you know how I approach my life and how I approach this class and the work that we're going to do here today. I was born in India, moved to the United States when I was 5 years old, moved to Columbus, Ohio, and like most immigrants, moved to a state where my parents knew somebody. Through my parents' situation, right? They came to the US like most immigrants to allow me, their only daughter at the time, my brother came 10 years later, to have a land of opportunity, to have dreams. They wanted to provide a better life for me. Through that process, my parents remarkably went through their own struggles as immigrants, working very hard to make sure there was food on the table. And I learned from them that there are some rules and regulations in life, right? That life has to look a certain way. They were taught that life has to look a certain way, and those passed those on to me. And so one of the things in the Indian culture that is really relevant is that I was in a position where I was almost told, well, your purpose is either a lawyer, a doctor, or an engineer. You've got to do this thing that's culturally appropriate. And not because my parents, were forcing me to do something, but because, in our own programming, and you're going to learn about programming around purpose and what that means, it was almost like the only thing to do. So because I couldn't actually have anything to do with the sight of blood, medical school was out. And I failed organic chemistry and any sort of engineering, so that was out. So I was left with the law. And I went to college and law school at The Ohio State University. And so prior to ever being this version of my purpose, I was a practicing criminal defense lawyer for 15 years, working with clients on death row in New York City, in Atlanta, and also I lived in Nepal as well. Somewhere along that way, the universe, as you're going to learn, kept giving me opportunity for growth. except at that time, I just called it a life in which nothing was working for me. And I kept trying to look outside of myself for happiness, outside of myself for purpose, outside of myself for someone to fulfill me and my needs and my desires, because my vocation of being a lawyer was not enough. And right, we had been programmed to say, well, you go to school, you get a job, you get married, maybe you have some kids, somewhere along the way you maybe buy a house, and then maybe when you're 60 or 70, you'll retire with enough money to go on some sort of world trip, and then that's the end of life. Essentially, this is kind of the model we've been taught, and that was no longer fulfilling for me. So as the universe does, which you'll learn about under Cosmic Ray 3, we achieve harmony in our lives through conflict. And so conflict after conflict after conflict came coming to me. And finally, I did what was best for me. And that was, I said, I need to figure out why I'm not happy. I need to figure out why I don't feel fulfilled. I need to figure out if there's a bigger cosmic purpose for my life. And that questioning led me back to India. So in 2017, at the age of 40, right? At the age of 40, when most people are well established into their purpose, I said, let me figure out a whole different purpose for my life. And so I went to India, and I went on a healing journey that led me north, south, east, and west. And on that journey through India, it became abundantly clear to me that I was living a very limited purpose. I was living a very suffocating purpose. And that actually there was a cosmic and soul purpose for my existence. And one of those ways that showed up was that my vocation went from lawyer to healer to teacher. And so when I came back from India, I started Awaken Ananda, and I haven't gone back to the law since. And this is just one part of my cosmic purpose. But I wanted to share that story with you so you can perhaps understand that I have been through versions of purpose, and I am very devoted to this topic. And so what I'm really curious about, and I want to know in the chat if you guys would share with me, is what is your definition of purpose? What does it mean to you? I'll give you just a couple of minutes to respond. Something that gives meaning to life. Joe, tell me, be more specific for me. What do you mean by something? Fulfillment and satisfaction in how I spend my time, a feeling of belonging. Okay. Your innermost calling. Great. Purpose, my North Star for my life. Beautiful. Happy life, grounded. Assignment. To live my life in self-love and my truth, a voice that tells me this is what I have to do. The question that keeps us guessing. Isn't that the truth? A sense of why I am here. What I am meant to be doing while on earth. The reason why I'm here. So here's a question for you guys. Thank you so much for your beautiful sharings. When I originally thought about purpose, I thought that it had to do with vocation, the thing I get paid to do. Do you all believe that? No, some of you, not all of you. Soul calling that won't let up. Good. So how do you know, here's my next question. Let's get a little curious in our question asking. Purpose is different than career and mission. How do you know if you're in your purpose? Any thoughts on that? How do you know? Let me hear. Things start to align in flow. It flows. Okay. When I'm lit up and can't stop. Oh, there's a question here somewhere. This chat is going too fast. But what you do to make a living has to be connected to your purpose. If not, you should not do it. Perhaps we'll talk about that. That's actually the most common misconception about purpose. And that's part of the reason I really wanted to do this class. You don't resist yourself, energized. It feels like work. Beautiful. Thank you for all of your beautiful sharings. So here's opportunities line up. Beautiful. And let me ask one more question just to see where, get a gauge. If I say claim your cosmic purpose, what does cosmic purpose mean to you? Your path. Trusting universal connection, being in alignment with higher self, trusting my intuition beyond this dimension, what you came to earth to do, soul purpose, something bigger. What I was put on this earth to do, connected to the universe when all things align. Back to source, what I'm supposed to do. You guys have all the answers. Why are you in this class? Fantastic. Here's the thing. We know this, but our ego fights this. We know our cosmic purpose, and our ego is constantly telling us it's not big enough, intentional enough, impactful enough. And so we keep looking for other things. And that's part of what I want to speak to you about. Like-minded students coming together in this class. Yeah, I love this class already. Okay. Let me tell you a little bit about what today is. I'm just going to look at my notes because, like I said, I'm a little under the weather. So you're going to learn, what does my soul agree to in this lifetime? What lessons am I meant to master in this lifetime? What gifts am I here to share? And what are the 3 cosmic rays of purpose on earth? And that's going to be through the lens of Alice Bailey. And if those of you, I will not be able to go through all of the rays, but for those of you, I just want to tell you now, if you want to really dive in deep, Google the esoteric wisdom of Alice Bailey, and you'll be able to go further into the rays. Before I get started though, I was guided to read you a passage out of a book. And it's a little long, but I hope you'll bear with me as to why it's important. So the book is this one. Can you see this? The Angelic Origins of the Soul by Tricia McCannon. And in this book, at the very beginning, is a short note to welcome you to planet Earth. And this is where we want to start. So it's about 1.5 pages. So just put your pens down, relax. Allow me to read you your welcome letter to planet Earth. Great. Here we go. Welcome to planet Earth. This is a letter that you forgot to read before you were born. You have arrived on a complex planet that is not for the faint of heart. You now have a physical body. You must take care of it. It is only this body that you will receive in this lifetime. So if you abuse it, you will pay the price. But remember, this body is not who you really are. You are a spark in the body of the divine, and you will live forever. That's the good news. The bad news is that since you're immortal, your body will eventually perish. Whatever choices you make with your mind, body, and spirit will not only affect your present life, they will also affect how you move forward on the long road of your many, many successive lifetimes. Do you realize that you are millions of years old and you perhaps have millions of lifetimes to go? This one lifetime is just one chapter in your soul's journey. In each life, you have one cosmic purpose. Do you embrace the path of mastery, or do you stand still? Let me repeat that. You have one cosmic purpose. Do you embrace the path of mastery, or do you stand still? Each life contributes or detracts from your overall evolution. Your thoughts, actions, words, and intentions will all affect where you will go when you die, as well as the next set of choices in future lifetimes. So be wise and take your time. Be patient with yourself and others. The person that you help today may be the very person who's there to help you tomorrow. This is how it works. There is no other rule you need to know. Our deeds come back to us. Our purpose comes back to us. There is no escaping this cosmic law. So remember to be kind. This book is to remind you that you came to Earth for a reason. Your existence is not random. It was planned. Now you must figure out what that reason is. Because even though you once knew it, in fact, you actually chose it, you have forgotten. That's one of the most difficult things about coming to planet Earth, the amnesia, the forgetting why you're here. There are other planets in this universe where there is no such amnesia. However, the amnesia on planet Earth is allowed to be here to help you start afresh in a new life. On Earth, your second cosmic purpose is to get your memories back for yourself. Don't worry, there are many clues along the way. The first being the circumstances of your birth. The second being whatever pain, suffering, and hardship you experience. This is actually the most profound clue for your life's purpose. So if you landed in one of those many, many dysfunctional families on Earth, you've actually come to this planet to better understand the problems of humanity from the inside out and to change them for the better. One bit of advice: every life has two interconnected missions, an outer mission and an inner mission, an outer purpose and an inner purpose. And these are usually linked. Each one of us have inner challenges, a hardship designed to test our character at the core of our being. This is for the learning of the soul. Someone has died, there's not enough money, you're in the middle of a bitter divorce, your children are unhappy, you lose your home, the environment you grew up in. These are the kinds of scenarios that you chose to awaken your inner and outer purpose. The second part is that you must understand that what you do with these challenges is your cosmic purpose. One word of wisdom: there is no escaping the course curriculum on Earth. Life does not work by running away from it. Pushing your purpose from a place of ego is also not going to work. There is no legacy to leave. There is no intentional way in which to live the life. The only part is progress. Yes, we know that the course curriculum is not easy. But first you need to understand, why did you choose those parents, this race, that gender, those economic conditions? Once you figure this out, you will understand the foundation for this incarnation. Earth has it all. It's a very advanced curriculum. And if you succeed, you will be light years ahead of other souls who never incarnated here. Just remember, no one forced you to be here, and we wouldn't have even let you in if you weren't ready. So be brave, believe in yourself, take time to breathe. Remember to help the people, the animals, and the planet. And above all, remember your heart holds the key to your purpose. And remember, you are never alone. Good luck, and see you on the other side. That's from this book. And so, what is your biggest aha from that passage? Why am I crying as you read? Yeah, it's quite powerful, isn't it, Kiki? Yeah. So what is the ahas? What is the wisdom from what I just read? Just one thing where you're like, this is my reminder of my purpose. Anyone? No wonder I feel tired. Interesting. Life does not work by running away from it. You can't run from it. The earth has an advanced curriculum and I can handle it. There was a reason for all of this pain on my journey. I truly chose to be here. We chose the purpose before this lifetime. We just forgot. Progress. Progress is the purpose. You feel very tired after listening? Because truth sometimes can be overwhelming. I connect to the idea that we chose certain scenarios to learn lessons. I cried for 30 minutes telling the universe I felt alone. And you literally just said, I am not. We are never alone. We have never been abandoned. Everything happens for a reason. You won't be here if you're not ready. Let me tell you something. Earth is one of the most advanced curriculums in the cosmos. I promise you, we would not be here unless we could handle it. Embrace the path to mastery. We're here to help each other. Love made me think about my sensitivity being part of my purpose. Fantastic. Okay, so let's dive in. Thank you so much for your contributions. And I hope you can see why it was important for me to take time to read you that letter. So, I will tell you right now, there's only one word that will bring you happiness. You'll remember it as long as you live. Progress. Progress equals happiness. Achieving goals doesn't bring happiness. Making money does not bring happiness. Understanding that there's only one purpose for me, and if I don't figure it out, I will never be fulfilled. Absolutely not. If you're asking what is your purpose, what you're really asking for is progress. So it is not activity. It is a necessity. Our pride says it's hello, hello? Anyone? Can you hear me? Cannot hear. Oh no, there you are. Okay, we're back now. Perfect. Sorry about that. Thank you. So let me just continue with where I'm saying. Thank you so much. Okay, our pride says it's impossible. Our experience says it's risky. Reason, our logical mind says it's pointless. Give it a try. is what the heart always whispers. And so to truly understand our cosmic purpose, we have to first understand that the heart has to be the guide. And if we're constantly looking, and I know you know this, right? We know this, but we've been programmed to believe that logic and reason through our mind is the only way to come forward with purpose. So let me tell you why that is. As we talk about, say that again, oh gosh, Brooke, sometimes I don't remember what I say, the words just come out. But if you ask me the question, maybe I'll remember. We are always at this place of choice. And one of our primary purposes, cosmic purpose, is to remember why we chose the course curriculum we chose. So let me first tell you that we have to first understand a cosmic law. We choose everything that happens to us on this planet. This is a cosmic law. We chose the time and date of our birth. We chose the time, the energy of the planets. We, in fact, chose our parents because of the DNA, both their literal DNA and their karmic DNA, because we knew that this lifetime is an evolutionary journey of progress. And we chose, do we want to go for the PhD of karmic lessons, or the master's degree of karmic lessons, or the elementary school degree of karmic lessons? We chose. And I know this is a difficult concept perhaps to wrap our hands around. No one has taught us this. We have in fact been taught the opposite, that life keeps happening to us, that we're just responding and reacting. But that is not the cosmic truth. That is not the cosmic law. By the way, in our galaxy, there are many Earths. I love that you say you wish you'd gone for the elementary, Caroline, but I have a feeling that it's the mastery that you're going to rock at the end of your life. And let me tell you what I mean by that. There is work, and then there's deathbed work. And deathbed work is when you're lying on that deathbed and you're looking back at your life and you're saying, holy cow, look at what I accomplished. Look at how I loved. Look at how I served. Look at the happiness I created in my life and for the others around me. You came for deathbed work. You didn't come necessarily to leave an impact or a legacy by trying to figure out your right vocational purpose. That's one very small part. So I always want to know, am I doing deathbed work right now? Or am I just pretending that I'm having some purpose that is actually based on some false programming about what my ego says success looks like? Okay, so all souls incarnating on planet Earth have the opportunity to do this deathbed cosmic purpose work. And there are three major stages of understanding our cosmic purpose. And let me explain what those are. There's the awakening stage, the transmutation stage, and the embodiment stage. And in the terms of like a school system, awakening is elementary school, transmutation is college, and embodiment is the double PhD. And we are all on different stages of that journey. So I know that this class is going to impact you on your level of consciousness, and that's okay. I ask that you come with an open mind and an open heart. And even if you don't understand all of these concepts, believe any of these concepts, you're here for a reason, because your existence on this planet is not random, and your participation in this class is not random. So trust that whatever you're here for, you're going to get exactly what you need. So in the awakening stage of understanding cosmic purpose, it means that our soul starts to push us towards asking questions. The questions of, who am I? Why am I here? What does it mean to be alive? And then the other end, it starts with, why am I unfulfilled? Why does everyone around me seem to be happy and I can't seem to figure that out? Why can't I make the money I want to make, have the relationship I want? Why can't my kids be happier? Why can't my parents treat me differently? Whatever those why questions are. That's when our first stage of awakening happens. I'm looking at Kiki's question. I've heard this before, and on my journey being indeed difficult, why would I choose such pains, yet others choose a wonderful family, wealth, great career, and again, I choose? There's a presupposition in this question that you understand someone's life by looking at it on the outside. And I would really, really ask you that that is not true. Many, many people live an Instagram life on the outside, but on the inside, it's full of all of the learnings and lessons they need to learn. And when I get to the cosmic rays here in a minute, Kiki, maybe this will make more sense to you, but it's a great question, but there's an assumption in there that I don't actually think is benefiting or serving you. So just consider that underlying assumption. So the awakening process, we ask the why questions, right? Then we get into, and that's our soul guiding us towards our spiritual awakening and cosmic purpose. Then we get to the stage of transmutation. So you've got to see where you are in these stages. The transmutation is where we start saying, let me go show up at that class with that teacher. Let me read this book. Let me understand why I think the way I do. Let me understand that, the only constant in all of these things happening in my life is actually me. So what is my responsibility towards self-fulfillment, progress, and purpose? We really start the inquiry stage. And this could take years, right? And there's nothing wrong or right about that, right? Part of our ego is like, why am I not as far as advanced as somebody else? Why am I not learning as fast as somebody else? You just got through reading a lifetime or a book that said we're here for millions and billions of lifetimes. We're all going to get there. The pressure on ourselves is not helping. We could be in the awakening stage for weeks. We could be on the awakening stage for months. We could be at the awakening stage for lifetimes. The other cosmic rule is, though, every time we reincarnate on this planet, we come back at the exact level of consciousness from which we left the planet before. So your work is always towards progress, not just in this lifetime, but in all of the lifetimes. And reincarnation is a cosmic truth. I know it's not very well taught in the West, but all books, including the Bible, understand the concept of reincarnation. It is almost a non-negotiable. Okay, so then we go to the transmutation stage. Our heart starts to heal. We start to take personal responsibility. We start to understand that if there is going to be happiness in my purpose, then it is up to me. And then we get into the embodiment stage. And for many of us on this call, we have recognized over the last year that we are not embodying what we believe is true for us. We know there's a vision of purpose we want, but because we've been living this go, 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 go hustle lifestyle, we're not embodying it. And part of the spiritual reason for why we might have experienced the worldwide pandemic that we had is to help people understand that they're not embodying their truth. And the embodiment of truth is the freeing yourself of the programming of I must succeed like this. I am only settled in my life if I'm married. I can only be a woman if I have kids. My husband or my partner has to treat me like this, and that's the only way I will know I am loved. My business needs to make this much money. My impact needs to impact millions of people. We start understanding in the embodiment stage that that is the ego speaking and not our cosmic soul mission and purpose. In the embodiment stage, we understand that there is a soul blueprint for us. And that soul blueprint has absolutely nothing to do with making radical change on the planet, right? If you aren't in the entrepreneurial world like I am, in the self-improvement, personal development world, we still cultivate hustle. Rest is not even a part of our equation. In the embodiment stage, we realize that in order to truly provide unconditional love as part of our cosmic purpose, we must fill our own cup first. Is it absolutely possible to go back and forth between stages? Without a doubt. Hundreds of times, year after year. I'll tell you a story. I was recently, I spent a couple of months back in Columbus, Ohio with my parents before I moved to Mexico. And I haven't moved to Mexico. I'm just here for a while. Mom, I'm not moving to Mexico. She's somewhere on this call. And I found myself back at the pre-awakening stage. I was blaming every single person around me for my unhappiness. And this is after years of working on myself. So absolutely. And here's what I recognized. Another cosmic truth of the universe. We have about 3 or 4 core lessons we've come to learn in each lifetime. 3 or 4. And again, when I get to these rays, you'll understand why. And every time you're ready to shed another layer of that lesson, the original root cause of victimhood pops up again, so you can learn it from a different level of consciousness. I hope this makes sense to you, Sarah. So even though you think you've gone backwards, what's actually happened is that you've been provided an opportunity to see how far you've come, but through the root lesson rearing its ugly head. Yeah, an enlightened, yeah. You think you're enlightened, go spend 2 weeks with your family. And it's nothing to do with our families. We've chosen them for these beautiful cosmic purposes. Just sometimes in the moment, we just forget. The amnesia comes full frontal and you're like, holy crap, And then slowly but surely, you remind yourself of the cosmic purpose. And then remember, the cosmic purpose is progress. Is it, let me ask this, Gina, do you believe that if we go back to these stages every once in a while, noticing that we are there, we have the tools to deal with it? Gina, I'm not sure I understand the questions. Maybe just ask it again later, maybe. And there'll be plenty of time for question answer at the end. Okay, so let me talk to you about cosmic rays, because this to me is one of the most important things I can teach you in today's class. For those of you that are unfamiliar, there is an esoteric teacher by the name of Alice Bailey. And Alice Bailey is one of her contributions. Excuse me for 1 second. One of Alice Bailey's contributions to the planet were these concept of rays. There are 7 rays on planet Earth. So let me explain what a ray is. A ray is an energetic essence. A ray is a foundational, like rays of a sunshine, but each ray has a particular essence and an energy in it. And these are the rays that happen to govern our planet, our galaxy, and us as humans. So this is how every planet gets its course curriculum, through the rays. And because we know what the rays are, this is why we chose to come to planet Earth. Another cosmic truth that may be helpful for you to know is that only 3% of our expanded soul essence or energy is in this physical body on Earth. We have parallel lives happening. And again, these are concepts that are unfamiliar to you, or you don't believe it, or you're like, this is crazy. It's okay. Keep an open mind. I'm telling you, it's a cosmic truth that I know to be true. Only 3% of our soul essence is in this physical Earth body. So only 3% of us have chosen the most difficult course curriculum. We have 90% of our soul essence on other planets doing different things. So if that doesn't make you feel any better, I'm not sure what else will, right? Only a part of us have chosen this path of course curriculum. But again, we wouldn't be here unless we weren't ready. So these rays, a certain kind of energy, a certain essence, a certain trait. One ray is different from another ray because of its energy and essence. As I said, there's 7 dominant rays that rule all of us. But each of us have chosen 2 or 3 rays to focus on with intention. So let me first talk about what are the 2 rays that rule over all humans on all planet Earths. And like I said, there's more than one Earth in this galaxy. And this is again by the work of Alice Bailey. If you really want to go deep into this, you can find it. I'm going to give you an overview during our time together. Ray 4 and ray 5 are the 2 rays that rule over humans that help us to understand our cosmic purpose for incarnating on this planet. Ray 4, let me just tell you what the title is and then I'll explain it to you. Ray 4, obtaining harmony through conflict. So one of the rays or the essences of planet Earth is that we obtain harmony through suffering, through struggle, through conflict. We have the energy on this planet of saying, we know one of the biggest catalysts of understanding our purpose, our divinity, our connection to source is if we experience conflict. When I first heard this, my entire life changed because there wasn't a part of me that didn't understand that. Harmony through conflict. And how do we do that? We then have Ray 5. Ray 5 is understanding through knowledge. Understanding through knowledge. The ray of consciousness, the ray of wisdom, the ray of free will. So let's talk about how this works. We create conflict, contrast, struggle through choices that we've predetermined in a soul blueprint. Not all of them. We have millions of free will choices in a day, but lots of major things that happen to us, we have predetermined, like, I know this will be the catalyst for my awakening of attaining my own harmony. Then we have a free will choice where Ray 5 kicks in. And the free will choice is the freedom to make a wisdom-based decision after having gone through the struggle or conflict, or the freedom to make an ego-based decision after having gone through the struggle or conflict. We get hundreds of choice points in a day, in a year, in our lifetime. When you hear the phrase that we are always in choice at all times, it means this. It means Ray 5 is always shining down on us. Do you want to be in the awakening stage? Do you want to be in the victimhood stage? Do you want to be in the transmutation stage? Do you want to be in the embodiment stage? Where do you want to put the progress of your cosmic purpose? And what happens if we don't make the conscious decision? What happens if we decide to totally obliterate Ray 5 and be like, I don't want to use my wisdom. I want to go back to my victimhood. I want to pretend that everything is happening to me. I want to say, I want to blame everyone around me about what's happening in my life. And we do this. I've done this, right? It's not a judgment. Ray 4 kicks in over time. Double. We get more conflict, more struggle, because then we're not meeting our soul purpose of progress. Is that making sense? Some sort of something. Yes, good. So if we don't do the cosmic purpose of progress, if we don't use Ray 5 of awakening our consciousness, Ray 4 of harmony through struggle goes into overtime. Which is why sometimes we get the same lessons repeated over and over and over again, because we have not met the cosmic purpose of truly coming from the embodied state of consciousness, which is what Ray 5 does. And that's on an individual basis, but how does this affect the collective consciousness? Necessity is the basis of all creation. We have struggle. We have problems to solve. We can't figure out how to keep people warm in Texas. We can't figure out how to keep our waters clean. We can't figure out how to not grow stuff without putting pesticides in it. And then because of struggle and conflict, Ray 5 appears and we start getting inventions, innovation, creation. So this impacts not just the humans, but it impacts how we evolve as a species. If you would have told someone 100 years ago that we're going to be walking around with little computers in our hand, they would have thought we were nuts, right? It's because we understood there was conflict. We weren't able to communicate the way we wanted to. There was struggle. Someone said, oh, let me figure out how to do this. So that's Ray 4 and Ray 5 that impacts all humans on this planet. Remembering that the progress of your cosmic purpose is the fact that you have a free will choice. Do you want to utilize Ray 5 to come over your Ray 4 struggles? Or do you just want to go back and say, life is just happening to me? 100% your free will choice. And that's part of the course curriculum. Okay, here's the other thing. Ray 5 is not about emotion. Ray 5 is about neutrality. Why is this happening to me? Why does nothing ever go my way? Why did this person do this to me? Why does life have to be like this? The minute I choose emotional, I am no longer in Ray 5. Make sense? Did you guys lose me again? You can't hear me? Am I back? Did you hear anything that I just said? It was wise. I was dropping knowledge. I'm teasing. I'm teasing. All right. Let me say it again. Let me say it again. At least we can have a sense of humor about the internet in Mexico, right? Last thing I heard was neutrality. Okay. The Ray 5 is a ray of neutrality. It is not a ray of emotion. Ray 5 is wisdom is neutral. Wisdom is not seeking happiness or constantly avoiding pain. Our cosmic purpose, our actual most powerful cosmic purpose is dealing with our conflicts and struggles from a place of neutrality. And again, when I heard this, I really had to think about it because I have been so programmed to say that my purpose in life is to find happiness. And then I realized finding happiness and fulfillment and constantly searching for that does not actually bring peace. Neutrality brings peace. Wisdom from a place of neutrality brings peace. So what does that mean in actual words? Situation X happens, external event happens. I don't know, my best friend calls up and she's really mad at me because I haven't called her for days and weeks, which is actually kind of true. I haven't called anyone for days or weeks. I've been in Mexico. And so like I can respond with a, oh my gosh, like, why can't she just leave me alone? I never seem to do anything right. Nothing's ever good enough for her, like that. Or I could respond with a, oh my gosh, I'm a terrible person. I should have called her. What's wrong with me? Or I can use Ray 5 and say, what's the neutral stance? Can I listen to her? It's not the same as being mindful. It's much deeper than that. Neutrality is the wisdom of understanding that we're all on a stage of progress. That what she says to me has nothing to do with me. That her progress is her progress. And my job is to love her unconditionally. But I can't do that unless I'm in a state of neutrality, because anything else then is an emotional reaction. That is Ray 5. And she had a learning from that experience, and I have a learning from that experience. And here's another cosmic truth. We have soul contracts with people that are constantly our teachers in our course curriculum. Ray 5 says, are you willing to actually remember that the most conflicted person in your life is actually your best and more advanced cosmic teacher towards progress. Ray 5 says, that's the free will choice. In neutrality, you respond. Okay. I know I might be going a little fast, but hopefully you guys are, so we have Ray 4, Ray 5 for humans. Now, let's move on. When we don't choose, by the way, when we don't choose emotion and we don't choose responding or reacting from a place in which we don't love ourselves, then what happens? Ray 4 and Ray 5 come out as beauty and art and creativity. As you'll know, some of our most prolific artists and writers and painters and creators took their conflict and struggle from a place of neutrality, created some of the most beautiful art in the world, the most beautiful paintings and writings and structures and flowers and gardens and food and the other ways in which we can respond. Okay, keeping on going. Those are the two rays that govern the humans. Now, this is, I think, probably one of the most important things of my learnings over the last few years. There are three they're called monad rays or divine rays. And each one of us, no matter what incarnation we're on, has one monad ray that goes through all of our lifetimes. So let me explain what monad is. Our monad are the three rays that come out from the creator, from source. Monad ray 1 is divine love. Divine power. Sorry, monad ray 1 is divine power. Monad ray 2 is divine love. And monad ray 3 is divine wisdom. Divine power, divine love, and divine wisdom. So again, this goes back to the work of Alice Bailey. This is what she says. Each one of us, before we took even one drop of our soul onto earth millions and billions of years ago, we said we're going to come on either monad ray 1, monad ray 2, or monad ray 3. This is going to truly help you get closer to your cosmic purpose. And I'll teach you some ways in which you can figure out what your monad ray is. Monad ray 1. Are you a leader? Do you like being in charge? Do you want to do and take people on adventures and journeys? Do you want to rule from a place that involves you being at the helm or the captain of the ship? Right? If you're a team player and never ever want to be at the head of the class or the head of the group or the head of the whatever, most likely you didn't choose monad ray 1. You chose something else. In monad ray 1, we always start our incarnational journey on the exact opposite of the divine highest potential of that monad. So if you chose monad ray 1, then in your earlier lifetimes, you were a tyrant. You were a terrible, uncompassionate leader. You had to learn the opposite so you could do the harmony through conflict, ray 4, that rules our whole planet, to eventually understand that your cosmic purpose is to be a divine leader, a powerful leader that is of service to others. So you have to think, where am I in my incarnational journey if I chose monad ray 1? I'm giving you a very high overview. If this is confusing, please ask questions, but I'm trying to make it as simplistic as possible. So 3 monad rays. We start in the most conflicted as we start our incarnational journey, and we progress as our cosmic purpose to the most divine monad ray purpose. So divine love, monad ray 2. Are you someone who loves contributing? Do you love being of service? Do you love helping? Do you see compassionately all of those around you? Do you want to give? Do you want to be a part of creating harmony? Do you want to be in groups in which love is the central force? If those are things that bring you joy and happiness, then perhaps you chose monad ray 2 as your ultimate ray of soul purpose. However, remember, if you started way back when in the conflict, then you started from a place of hatred and prejudice and mercilessness and harshness and meanness and judgment. So where are you on that journey? Okay, and finally, monad ray 3, ray of divine wisdom. These are the teachers, the philosophers, the individuals who want to keep expanding consciousness and truth, who want to keep studying esoteric wisdom, who want to keep teaching from the place of their own knowing. You might guess which monad ray I came down on teaching this class, right? And let me just, it's so interesting to me because even as a lawyer, I was a teacher. That ray has always been in my life. I have always been a teacher of some sort, even if it wasn't what I did professionally. So you can look back at your life and look at these 3 monad rays and say, I can see how this thread is weaving through my cosmic purpose. Even if you don't do it for a vocation or a living. Okay, so the 3 monad rays. Ray 1 is divine power, ray 2 is divine love, and ray 3 is divine wisdom. And if you started with ray 3, then like me, you started in selfishness, in separation, and in complete ignorance or awareness of the universe and cosmos. Because it was through those conflicts of ray 4 that the harmony towards coming closer to my cosmic purpose came true. Every incarnation, we get closer and closer to the most divine aspect of the monad ray. That is how we claim our cosmic purpose. We understand that we came on Earth, so there's going to be ray 4 and ray 5, harmony through conflict, and the use of wisdom and divine intelligence to understand the conflict of our free will choices. And through every lifetime, we're either going to be in the energy of divine love, divine power, or divine wisdom. And here's the thing, all 3 need to exist. There is not one that is more necessary than the other. And all of creation is made up of monad ray 1, 2, or 3. So in its most divine purpose, if you came on ray 1, your job is to take charge of the earth, to be the monarch of the earth, embracing us, leading us, creating space for us to create in unity. In its most divine essence, ray 2, you're the keepers of unconditional love, the expression of the divine heart, the openness for each of us to see that we are actually one versus separate. And the most divine essence of Monad Ray 3 is you're the holders of wisdom, the teachers of cosmic truths, the initiators of awakenings, the believers that we are more than the worst thing we have ever done. So now, hopefully, each of you is closer to claiming your cosmic purpose and understanding some of the awareness of where Ray 4 of the harmony and the course curriculum and why we're here, but that the choice point is always neutrality through wisdom. And let me tell you just one more thing. There's one ray that covers our planet or our galaxy. Ray 2, divine love. So it's not just talk when we hear love is the answer always. We are swimming in Ray 2 love. So love is the way to wisdom. And the path to wisdom is love. Love is the way to neutrality. Neutrality is the way to unconditional love. Making sense? See? Yes? Fantastic. I'm seeing some beautiful smiling faces, so that's great. Can you repeat the last part? Okay, I think I said the way to wisdom is love, and the way to love is wisdom, and that the way to neutrality is unconditional love, and the way to unconditional love is neutrality. Yeah? Any feedback, any comments? Any questions before we go into the beautiful hypnosis I'm going to lead you through? Is it too airy-fairy, or do you feel like you have confirmation now of some stuff? I've confirmed so much on my path. Oh, thanks for answering before I ask the question. I've got a bit of all three. We do have a bit of all three. No. Thank you for saying that, Caroline. You absolutely have a bit of all three, but there's a predominant energy. There's a predominant energy in all of our incarnations. So these monad rays are not just for this lifetime. These monad rays are through all of our incarnations on this planet. Can we have one aspect of all three rays? Chanel, I need you to ask me that question differently. I'm not sure I'm understanding what you mean by an aspect. Confirmed, gain more clarity, confirmation, need to digest to decide. Okay. Or you could just choose to say that I have a soul purpose and that's all I need to know. I feel like I've taken a giant step forward. Absolutely. So much to think about, back and forth. I meant, can someone have parts of each ray? Yeah, someone can absolutely have parts of each ray, but like I said, you have a predominant one. So here's some questions I want you to ask yourself before we go into the meditation and hypnosis that I want to take you through. How do you know now how to bring this, as someone said earlier, how to bring my cosmic purpose into my literal vocation, the thing that brings me money and abundance, the thing that I do every day? So I want to give you a set of some journal questions. Question number one, what am I good at? It's a really simple question, but half of us don't actually know the answer to that, because we keep doing things that other people think we're good at. Number two, what part of my day is joyful? Is it loving and serving dinner to my family? Is it leading and making decisions on behalf of myself? Or is it sitting down and coming to a class like this and absorbing all of this knowledge? Number 3, we've been asked this question before when we think about purpose, but it's really important. What brought me joy as a child? What brought me joy as a child? I will tell you, when I first asked myself this question, I had a really hard time answering. So that's okay. I promise you it's there. Okay, next question. What in my life no longer serves me? Emotionally, physically, and spiritually. And why is that an important question? What in my life no longer serves me emotionally, physically, and spiritually? If we do not make room, and I mean literal energetic room, for the energy of our monad rays to come down and fill us in our awakening through embodiment journey, we will continue to have conflict. Ray 4 will continue to slam us. This is not just about what doesn't serve me. It's about, am I willing to make decisions to remove that energy that does not serve me? So more of my monad ray can come down into my body, literally, physically. Okay, are there any synchronistic events that could be a clue to my soul's purpose? Are there any synchronistic events that could be a clue to my soul's purpose? There's about 4 more questions that I want to give you, and I just want you to ponder them whenever you're done with this call. And the next one, have I had any accidents that served as wake-up calls for me? Have I had any accidents that served as wake-up calls for me? That best friend I was talking to you about earlier, my friend Phoebe, she got hit by a car last year. I could spend 2 hours telling you how her entire soul's purpose has changed. Who are my role models and icons, and why do I gravitate towards them? What is it about their soul essence that I gravitate towards? Because like attracts like. How can I be of service to others? As we go from awakening to embodiment, the service to self model is completely eliminated, and we become service to others. Are there any synchronistic events that could be a clue to my soul's purpose? Yes, thank you, Chanel. Okay, and then the very last one, which I find an interesting question. If I had 1 year to live and I was on that deathbed, what would I say was the deathbed work that I did in this lifetime? Your soul's purpose can be viewed as an investigative journey or a scavenger hunt. It's important to be self-aware and alert to all possibilities. Some people know early on what their soul's purpose is, but for others, it's going to take time and experimentation, and that is okay. One of the most ancient texts in Eastern philosophy talks about following your dharma, your soul's dharma is another word for soul purpose or cosmic mission. And it gives 3 things to do. The first one they call the trail of joy. Follow your joy and it will lead you straight to your dharma. What makes your heart sing? What makes your soul shine? And if you cannot answer those questions, then the number 1 thing to do is understand how your programming has gotten in the way of your understanding of joy and happiness. And that's going to require emotional healing. So seek support for that. You cannot get to your cosmic purpose if we're still unhappy with the fact that we chose the course curriculum that we did. So whether that's working with someone, whether that's attending more classes like this, then your primary purpose begins step one, which is just that awakening journey of understanding harmony through conflict. Why did I choose this? Okay, number two, the synchronicity again. So synchronicity happens when a series of events guide us towards a particular next step. It's a phenomena that the universe uses to show us that we're on the right track. So, have there been events? For example, for me, one of the things that I've been hearing over and over again for the last 6 months is, are you going to teach a class on this? Are you going to teach a class on this? Are you going to teach a class on this? Here's the class on cosmic purpose. Turns out one of my purposes is to teach this class. So it could be as simple as someone asking you, are you going to do this? I was teaching a class yesterday, a hypnosis class, and someone said to me, are you going to help figuring out your own model of coaching? And I'm like, yeah, it's coming. You're not the first person to ask me that. Clearly, there's something in my energy that someone is saying, this is part of your soul purpose. So look at, are there events? Are there synchronicities? And then the first one, the highway, or the last one, the highway of letting go. Being able to let go of the things, the people, the beliefs, and the behaviors that are not serving your progress might be the hardest thing to do. And it is the most essential step of finding your purpose. When we don't let them go, when we're weighed down by them, it's only when we understand that we have a conscious free will choice that we can actually make room for more things and people, blessings, experience, and synchronicities that align with our purpose to be heard. So today, can you make a choice that you lovingly embrace the God or goddess in seed form that is within you? Can you pay attention to the spirit and the soul that animates you? Can you awaken to the fact that you chose to be here, you're ready to be here, and can we just enjoy the adventure of being alive? I hope this first part was interesting. It's going to awaken wisdom. It's going to allow you to ponder. Confusion is actually a good thing. Questioning everything I just said is actually a good thing. Wondering if I've lost my mind, actually a good thing. Because it gets you out of that autopilot of programming. Okay, who's ready for hypnosis? Okay, cool. So for those of you that are new to me and my work in the master classes, let me explain to you what hypnosis is and is not. Will there be a replay? Yes. So three things. Thank you, Chanel. 3 things. I have a YouTube page. The replay will be up there tomorrow, and you'll get an email to that effect. Oh my gosh, I am offering some free one-to-one 30-minute sessions. My assistant Lisa, who's on the call, is going to put that in the chat. And that's only if you want to continue doing some of that deathbed work, but it comes to your emotions. I have room for 2 more clients, so I thought I would put that out there. And then at the end of our hypnosis, I'm going to announce another 4-week guided group hypnosis series. I've done this twice before, and they've sold out. And basically it's going to be a 4-week series called Devoted. And we're going to work on inner child healing. We're going to work on meeting and talking with your higher self so you can get closer to understanding this cosmic purpose and self-devotion. And we're going to work on clearing any limiting beliefs around imposter syndrome and doubt. So that's all coming up. And that's at the price point of $197. It's like, to me, everyone who's done it has really enjoyed it, but I'll tell you all about that. Okay. And everything is in the chat. Lisa is putting that up. Let me tell you about hypnosis quickly. It's not a reading. It's not a 30-minute reading. It's a 30-minute conversation. I'm not a psychic reader. I don't believe in helping you figure out your future. I believe in helping you ask the right questions so you listen to your own intuition. My job isn't to tell you what your future is. So just making that clear. Okay. Hypnosis is not loss of control. Many of you have done meditations, but not all of you have done hypnosis. The difference between a meditation and a hypnosis is instead of taking you to the second stage of brainwave known as alpha, hypnosis takes you to the third brainwave state known as theta. And in theta, we have access to your unconscious mind. And what happens in your unconscious mind is where all of that programming is about who I am, what am I capable of, what am I not capable of, what is my purpose, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy. All of the BS beliefs that we've convinced ourselves is true. Hypnosis allows us to go in there and open you up to new possibilities. All hypnosis is self-hypnosis, so you are in control. If you do not want to go through the whole experience, you'll simply wake yourself up and wait for the rest of us. But by all accounts, I've never had one person look at me and say, that was terrible, let me never do that again. You might fall asleep, that's okay, because that's what your body needs. You might listen to every word I say, you might listen to nothing I say. All you need to do is have trust and surrender that you're going to have the exact right experience for you. And that's it. And how do I know that you're going to have trust and surrender? Because guess who's on this journey? Your higher self and your soul. And they are guiding. I'm just a facilitator. Okay, so hypnosis is not like you see in those stage shows. I don't know you guys have seen that stuff where people bring you up on a stage and you start quacking like a duck and barking like a dog. That's not this. This is a beautiful state of relaxation and you're going to have an enjoyable experience. I'm also going to have you do a lot of imagining. For some of us that are very much in our active brain, we have a hard time sitting still. We have a hard time imagining. It's okay. Trust and surrender. See, feel, sense, know that whatever I am asking you, your unconscious mind is doing. The only thing I need you to do is trust and surrender. Do I have your commitment? Great. So this is going to be about 20-25 minutes. All you're going to hear is the sound of my voice. You're not going to hear any music. What I need you to make sure you do before we start is that if you are sitting down or lying down, whatever you're doing, your neck is protected. Because let me tell you, 20 minutes of this really sucks. So make sure your neck is protected. Sit comfortably. Good. And just allow yourself to relax. Do whatever you need to do to make yourself even 5% more comfortable. If you wear glasses, please take them off. If you have pets, perhaps put them in another room, unless that's even more distracting. Just enjoy this experience. Good. All you need to do is listen to the sound of my voice. And as you rest comfortably in your chair or lie on the floor, I want you just to relax and empty your mind to the best of your ability. And if your eyes are closed or if your eyes are open, I'd like you to pick a spot just above your head towards the ceiling. Even if your eyes are closed, just roll your eyes up for a minute and bring them down. Roll your eyes up for a minute and bring them down. Your eyes may start to feel really heavy. You may decide that you want to close your eyes. You may decide you want to keep them open for a little while longer. It's okay. It's entirely your choice. You're doing great. You might hear some sounds in the room. That's okay. You might hear some sounds outside the room. That's okay. Your eyes may start to feel even heavier as you relax. That's fine. Just let those eyes close and relax even further. Do whatever you need to do to make yourself more comfortable. Give yourself the opportunity of this experience. And even though your eyes have closed, you can still hear my voice. That's it. You are nice and relaxed. Feel that relaxation spreading down your whole body. Your shoulders drop slightly as the tension leaves your body. And you feel more relaxed. Your breathing is more relaxed. Deep inhale, open mouth, exhale. Good. Now relax your arms and just let them fall into your lap, letting go of any need to even tell where they are. Relaxing deeper, deeper down, now all the way down to the tips of your fingers. Allowing your back, your shoulders, your chest, your thighs, your buttocks, your calves to deep down relax. The tips of your toes. Imagine, feel, sense, know, or hear what it's like to have a waterfall of relaxation going from the top of your head down to the tips of your toes. Relaxing, relaxing now. You are so relaxed. In a few moments, you're going to go into deeper of a trance. Can you notice what images and ideas are coming to mind? Simply acknowledge them if you can't get your mind to stop. And if it feels right to you, just say the word relax 4 times. Relax, 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 relax. And in a few moments, as you breathe out, just notice how much more relaxed you are. I'd like for you to use your imagination now. I want you to imagine a beautiful, lush, tropical garden. A paradise where there are only wonderful things. No harm can come to you here. You are safe in this beautiful, lush, tropical garden. It was made just for you. And as you allow the muscles around your eyes to relax even more, you imagine yourself lying in a soft, grassy area next to a beautiful blue brook or stream. You're gazing at the lovely turquoise blue sky above. A cotton candy cloud drifts by, and your eyes follow it across the sky. You feel peace upon you. You feel the warmth of the sun's rays on your face. You hear birds in the distance. You taste the beautiful summer air as it cradles your body. The water from the stream bubbles past you as its pleasing melody soothes you. The scent of an exotic flower is carried to you by a soft breeze that is blowing in and out. In and out. The perfume moves through you. And with each breath, a deeper, more relaxed feeling comes over you. A wonderful feeling, a peaceful feeling. You look up at the lush green trees, and at the top of one of those is the most beautiful butterfly you have ever seen. It starts to glide, its colorful wings outstretched to catch the breeze. You watch this beautiful butterfly drift slowly downward. And it's as if it drifts slowly downward. So you too drift down, deeper, deeper down now into relaxation. And as you see now the faces of the people that you love and the people that love you, and you see those smiles and feel that love, it allows you to drift even deeper down into this beautiful journey we're going to take as you just let go. So as I count from 5 down to 1, you'll feel your body drift downward like that of a butterfly. 5, watch its wings glide down through the treetops. Things are getting hazier. 4, it turns its wings to sail with the breeze. You are very peaceful and relaxed. 3, it soars to lower branches. You can almost feel your body drifting. 2, you both drift slowly downward. 1, it lands and rests its wings, and so do you. You find yourself deeply, deeply relaxed. Good. Very good. We're about to go on a journey now. A beautiful journey. Leaving behind all those things and people that have held you back. Leaving behind any of the negative events and experiences that have been affecting your confidence about your purpose. Swiping away any gray clouds that are going to allow you not to move forward. Positivity and purpose and progress lie ahead of you. Let's take a colorful journey over a beautiful rainbow bridge. With each and every step, you can feel your soul purpose grow. You're leaving behind all of those things that no longer serve you. You're allowing that little girl or little boy inside of you to come out to play, to remind you what brings you joy. You have strength and confidence to make it across this rainbow bridge. You know what you are here to do. At the end of this rainbow bridge, you'll hear a gentling, babbling brook. It's such a relaxing scene. You feel so good. You feel so free. So as you look down at this rainbow bridge, as we're about to make our way across the brook, see, feel, sense, or know rainbow-colored stepping stones. As you step on the first big red stone, you see some words written on it. And it reads, confidence and strength, confidence and strength, confidence and strength. Good. Next, you step into a large orange stone. That stone reads balance and success, balance and success, balance and success. You place your foot so safely and gently on the next yellow stone, creativity and vision, creativity and vision. Then we go to the green stone that represents growth and beauty and the divine ray of love, growth and beauty and the divine ray of love. Now you step into the blue stone, which is for truth and healing. Truth and healing. Good. Deeper, deeper you go into knowing that your truth and healing are all around you now. Next, the purple stone comes and you seem to instinctively know that you have the divine wisdom and power, divine wisdom and power. And finally, you reach the indigo stepping stone, which says, I am that I am. I am that I am. I am the co-creator of my cosmic purpose. I am always being led to my cosmic purpose. I embody my cosmic purpose. I claim my cosmic purpose. You look at those stones for another look, and you see just how good it feels to come to the other side of this brook, finally ready to claim your cosmic purpose. You notice a bright light shining down on you as you sit at the edge of this babbling brook, at this rainbow of colors. And now, on the count of 3, in the middle of this rainbow, you'll see a single, solitary figure of energy, a light being. This is the consciousness of your cosmic purpose. And I want you to be brave about this, for it is high time that you embody the wise, wise soul that you are. And with your next exhale, you allow yourself to take your unconscious mind 10 times deeper. With your next exhale, you allow your unconscious mind to take you 10 times deeper. And here, 1, 2, 3, your cosmic purpose appears as a light being in front of you. And in a soft, calm voice, it says, I am your inner rainbow of purpose. We all have an inner rainbow of purpose. And it is time for you to fully claim yours. And so as you allow my chanting to dance around you, this cosmic purpose enters your heart, the connection to be forever present in this lifetime. Just allow the chanting to allow this cosmic purpose to come into your heart. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. See, feel, hear, or know the drumming. Feel Mother Earth supporting you as you claim this cosmic purpose. Imagine yourself living in your highest potential, in your ananda. Allow yourself to see how good it feels to have all of your abilities on full display. Notice how good it feels to let your unconscious mind merge with this energy of your cosmic purpose. Listen to your inner rainbow of purpose. Remember all that you need is already within you. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Oy, ay, oy, ay, 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 ay. Very good. You are all doing so good. Walk with confidence, balance, and vision. Be creative and grow. Know your truth and wisdom, and seek the impeccable you. You easily and effortlessly have the ability to be confident. You joyously create harmony in your life, and you know with a clear vision how to live your cosmic purpose. As you walk over the rainbow bridge back, you notice how bright you feel, how light you are. You easily and effortlessly accept yourself as the wonderful, unique human soul that you are. And if necessary, right now, you forgive yourself and all others, realizing that we're all doing the best we can with the tools that we have. You shine bright. You can do whatever you put your heart to. You and you alone are in charge of all of your choices, and you feel so proud of all of the choices you're going to make. You know that you can access this rainbow bridge of your inner cosmic purpose whenever you need to. And as you climb now back onto that cloud, notice how it shimmers and glows. And the cloud begins to lift higher and higher and higher until you're floating gently in the warm summer air. And in a moment, I'm going to bring you back into the world. But now you're going to bring with you the consciousness of this picture, the energy of your cosmic purpose that is fully, easily, and effortlessly integrated within you. Take a moment to feel the feeling of being in this state of fulfillment. Completely allow your body to be filled with the energy of your cosmic purpose. Good. Very good. Now, step by step, we come back. All of your soul parts, consciousness and thoughts and energies have integrated back into your body. You start bringing awareness down to your feet, grounding all of this in to your human body. You are gently floating back into this consciousness space. Good. When I count from 1 to 5, wide awake, wide awake. 1, slowly coming back into this room. 2, allowing yourself to know that when you come back, you'll be fully integrated with the consciousness of your cosmic purpose. 3, deepening your breath, allowing yourself to come back into this room. 4, wiggling your toes and fingers and toes and fingers. And 5, opening your eyes, stretching your body, allowing all of the blood to come back into your body, opening your eyes, stretching your back. I see beautiful faces. And so, how was it? Did you all enjoy it? Any questions for me? Do you feel the integration now? Beautiful. Yes, you enjoyed it. Fantastic. That integration is going to continue to happen day by day, minute by minute, hour by hour. You saw a vision. Is that normal? Beyond normal. Absolutely. People get visions, people don't. Some people feel things, other people don't. There is no normal. There is only you and your experience. Let's see, what other comments? Fantastic. Oh, good, I'm so happy. Great day to start your day. Perfect, I saw a vision. Yes, great way. Enjoyed, but still not quite back. It's all right. It'll keep happening. Some of you fell asleep. You really needed the rest. Isn't it fun to go into hypnosis? So this is what the 4-week class is that I'm about to teach. We're going to do longer journeys like this, because the only way to change our programming is through the unconscious mind. The only way to get out of our limiting beliefs and decisions is through the unconscious mind. The only way to go into the quantum field of reality, where all of our dreams have already come true, is through the unconscious mind. I got the one I didn't want. I don't know what that means, Caroline. It was amazing, such an integration. What was the right toe pain at the moment of you waking? I'm not sure what you're speaking of. Why did the past bad memories come in? I'll talk about that in a moment. What is the name of Alice Bailey's book? It's not a book. It's a treatise. And it is very complicated. Not in a way that can't make sense to you, but in a way that requires a little bit of effort. But well worth it as far as I'm concerned. I've only touched the surface in today's free class. Okay. What are the questions that you have? And before I do that, Lisa has put in the chat, if you just click on the Awakening the Power of the Mind, if you click on that link, I can actually show you what it is. If you feel like joining me for more of this fun stuff, this is what you'll get during the 4 weeks. If you can see that screen, week 1 is remembering, removing limiting decisions and opening the heart. Week 2 is unfurling, energy healing and dance with your inner healer. Week 3 is cultivating, embracing our intuition. And then week 4 is weaving inner child and opening wisdom. And you can go on here and read all about it. And like I said, it's 4 90-minute live group calls and 2 payment plans, 2 months at $100, 1 month at $197. I think it's a pretty damn good deal if you like doing that kind of stuff. And if you just click on it, it'll open up in a different page for you and you can read it later, but I would love to have you join us. And now let me answer questions. And I know I'm a little bit over. If you have to leave, thank you so much for being here. I am honored to have led this session. I was quite ill 2 hours ago, and now I am energized and alive. And that's because of each of you. So thank you. I am open to any and all feedback you have about this class or anything else you would like for me to teach. I do a free master class every month. Hopefully you follow me on Instagram or are on my email list so you get all of those. Yeah, I'm just grateful for all of you. Okay, let's get to questions. Okay, will this recording be on my YouTube page? Yes. Thank you so much. Love you and healing to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Find myself crying and shaking as the integration began. You know what's interesting, Jess? I'm not sure if I know you, Jess, so I don't know exactly about you, but for most of us, when our body hears and feels the truth of our power, it is unbelievably healing because we don't have to fight ourselves anymore. So perhaps that's what happened. Let's see, any other questions? What day of the week? The day of the week is on Sunday mornings. And I'm probably going to do one on Wednesday evenings for the 4 weeks. I'm probably going to do 2 sessions depending on the number of people. I'd like to have fewer people in each session so we have time to actually have a community and talk to each other. So either Wednesday evenings or Sunday mornings. Had a tough time seeing the light of purpose after the rainbow. No, does that mean something? No, please, I'm really asking each of you. Nothing means nothing. It only means what you give it meaning and significance. Trust and surrender. You got exactly what you needed. Do not assume the worst. Okay, found myself crying. April. If anyone wants to come down to Mexico and see me live. I don't see any other questions. No more questions? Great. Any comments? Great. Very well. I hope you all now claim your cosmic purpose. I honor you. I honor you. I honor you. Namaste.